This is CE and welcome back to episode 2. So in this episode we are going to talk about something very important in our life to prevail our day-to-day life and which makes us confident. And the thing that we are going through can be achieved only by that, and which is consistency. Consistency is the key, isn't it, guys? It's right. So we have a special guest who are going to have a conversation with me about the topic consistency. So, Manju, please introduce yourself.
Yeah, hello everyone. I'm Manju, and thanks for having CE.
Thank you, Manju. Thank you for joining us today. So, as we are going to talk about consistency, what if the word you hear consistency as a word? What do you think suddenly? Like, what comes to your mind? What crosses your mind?
Yeah, consistency is plays a crucial role in our day-to-day life. Like we have certain patterns to do, and we have certain behaviors to. We have certain actions that we have to go through in a day-to-day life in a respective manner. So consistency is a very important role, and it plays a very important role, and it has a great impact on our life. Yeah, that's it.
Yeah, yeah, that's correct. Consistency is really important. Like, you know what, our pattern or behavior, whatever we need to change, I think consistency plays the major role. Like, we can be a bad person or we can also have a bad mentality, but if we need to change it, I think consistency is really important, isn't it?
Yeah, very important. You're truly right.
Yeah, it's very important. So, can you please elaborate us on the topic consistency in which parts of our life it's very important?
So, looking back, like consistency is like from the top to bottom. First comes personal development. It starts within us. So, as a small habits of us and our self accusations, everything has a pattern to follow it. So, consistency is something that we need to follow the pattern day by day in order to achieve our goals. So, I see from that personal development, we have to follow our consistency. For example, habits. It plays a crucial role in the consistency cycle. And what else? Skill acquisitions is one of the important thing to master it. Acquiring a new skill may seem to feel you like a dumbest person, but it's not true. It's mastering you. It's giving you guidance, like you have to do this, that. So skill acquisition is very important, and the consistency. You should not stop it from like one by one. Like I did this much today, and I'll stop this, and tomorrow I will never do that, and after 2 days I'll do. No, that's not correct one. So consistency is like daily you have to get through the pattern. That's what I'm saying. Yeah.
Thank you very much, Manju. So,
Uh,
basically, consistency plays a major role, right?
Yeah, very major role.
Yeah. Next, as we talk about the personal development, what about the career of us? Like, if we are doing something, wanted to become something in our career, or become a musician or a dancer or a coder, a software engineer, whatever we are, and in our professional growth, don't you think consistency plays the very major role?
Exactly. See, like consistency plays a very major role. And for example, in our career development, for example, a person is struggling with deadlines. It's because of lacking of consistency. So I would say that maintaining a consistency will be helpful for them. So how can we meet up with that deadlines and stuff? So we have to have a regular practice and we have to have a positive attitude. Like if you can't cope up with the deadline today, so you have to be like, no, I should do it like separate tasks so that I can cope up with the end of the day. You have to have that mindset and you can lead your life a very good. place to grow up. And the next thing is networking. Many of us struggle in networking. So people will be like, I'm an introvert. I can't talk to people. No, that's not a good thing to do. So how are you seeing that, Christy? Like introverts
Yes.
be yeah, how are you seeing that?
Yes, I think I myself, as an introvert, see it very hard to build up a connections like the networking part. And at last, at the end of the day, networking gives us a lot of valuable things or valuable opportunities in the field that we choose and the career that we opt for, right? So I think yeah, as Manju said, consistency in practicing networking is very important. Yeah, you're right, Manju. Thank you for the information.
It's good.
Okay, so adding on to Manju's talk about the personal development and the professional development, being consistent, and I wanted to talk about some the two categories of our normal life, which every person will have. Health. Health is something we need to have, right? Like health is wealth. We can't consider money for everything, but health is really important. Being health is like you need to be physically strengthening yourself. You know what, starting exercising or practicing exercising may be harder, and it might even physically weakens you, but what actual the eventual result of you exercising is being fit and being healthy. And also your the food that we take, it needs consistency, right? The time consistency, or the diet maintain consistency, whatever we need, we include the consistency as the key in the health. And our health is a wealth, and basically health and fitness lies on consistency overall. And also, I need to talk about the relationships. And basically, relationships are built on trust. The trust is actually built on consistency. You know, the time that we spend or the bond that we create, it is also required consistency. The communication that we have with a particular person, it is also need consistency. So it's a consistency is basically key for the relationship, isn't it, Manju?
Yeah, exactly, Christy. Like in relationship, but many people will be like too much excited at the beginning, and they'll start up the conversations to from the day to like, and at some point of the time, the consistency breaks, right? So it's not right. So how can we do it? How can we do it? Is like um have a limited time for the particular person. It's a friend or it's a um like a family member, whoever it is. Like have a particular time for them. uh you have to talk to them. Like it's necessary to have a good relationship with
Yeah.
family or your partner or your friend, whoever it is.
Exactly. You're like saying don't overdo things, right? Don't
Yeah,
overdo
yeah,
or don't underdo. It's just consistency matters, right?
everything. Yeah.
Yeah. So I wanted to ask you something like, if this is a situation thing, if someone is starting a YouTube channel or like the YouTube uh a phase in their YouTube, they didn't get subscriber for months, and they are like going to give up, and they are not even financially stable. So do you think consistency is also important there, because they are not financially stable? They are going to change their way of thinking, or the way of they actually getting their monetized. So do you think consistency also plays the role not to give up?
Yeah, like consistency is something like we need to have, right? For that, we have to have a passion for it mainly. Um, for example, if you, as you said, YouTube thing, YouTube must have some passion so that so then we can put some consistency or some effort to it to put a YouTube channel, video, etc. So it's 50-50. 50-50, yeah. It's passion as well as consistency. If someone
Yeah,
has
right.
passion for the thing, they will definitely do it. They will definitely have a consistency for it.
Okay, very great. So, Manju, can you share why consistency matters? Like, why it matters?
Yeah, before that, Christina, I mean, see, you said that do not overdo or do not underdo, right? It's a wonderful thing, actually. So, likewise, consistency is something that you will not be overdoing stuff, or you will not be doing something under, so something below. It's like a perfect amount of what do you call? Perfect amount
Trust
of
everything.
everything. So it's important to maintain that, right? So consistency will help you to maintain your life. So I guess
Yeah,
something
like
very
the
important.
progress and the improvement is
Yeah,
also as well, right?
exactly, exactly. See,
And I think overcoming challenges also consist the consistency. It just suggests like overcoming challenge consists consistency. This is like over reliable. If we need to finish a challenge or complete a task, consistent effort is important. We need to give our everything consistently. Some people, what's the mistake they do? They give their everything, but they don't have consistency. You know what? Because of that, they just lose everything, isn't it,
yeah,
Manju?
exactly. Like they, at the end of the day, they'll be like, I have done all the stuff, but I lost. No, bro, no. It's like you have to be consistent and you have to face everything, right? Like if you did your job perfectly and you don't have to fear anything. Like you did it perfectly. At some point of time, it will help you. So you don't have to fear it. It will automatically give you success.
Okay, thank you, Manju, for having a holding a conversation about consistency is the key. Any last word about consistency to the viewers or like the listeners?
Be patient, guys. Set your goals and have a clear schedule and stay to the schedules or stay to that. And consistency is the key. Yeah.
Yeah, thank you, Manju. So let me conclude the episode with the tips for maintaining consistency. So consistency is actually hard to maintain. Sometimes we will feel so down, or sometimes we will be hyperactive. Hypervention is also there. So I think consistency maintaining is hard, but there is also let me tell you some tips to maintain the consistency. So first thing, you need to set a clear goal. What you need to achieve, you need to set that first. That's the first step for everything, like even the career, your health goals, whatever you need to take up. Set a clear goal. Next, create a schedule. You schedule your work, which makes all of your work look easier and timely. Time is something gold. We can't waste it, but it is also easy to waste. You know what? If you look at your watch, it's 4:30, and after sometimes if you look, it might be 6. Just you wasted your 1.5 of time, right? So I think the next step is create a schedule. So third tip is accountable. Stay accountable. Stay accountable is something you need to value others and also what you going through. So staying accountable is quite hard, but if you take up and do it properly, you can stay accountable. And the very important phase for staying consistency and also the a tip for maintaining the consistency is tracking the process. You need to know in which phase of your journey you are. You need to track what the way that you're going. So tracking the process is another thing to be maintaining your consistency. And as Manju said, very important is be patient. Guys, consistency is the key, but patience give you success. So guys, let's be patient and let me succeed. Thank you for listening to CE today. Bye.